Hey folks, coming to you from my office on campus today, and I just wanted to plant a little bit of a bug in the back of your mind about discussion boards. We're doing really well, and I've been very pleased with the introductory discussions, the beginning of the week. What are your early thoughts on the topic discussions? But one thing I wanted you to work on this week, for the rest of this week and then going forward, is the responses that you put out there to other people. Some of you are doing a great job of it. Others are kind of putting a little bit of a halfway effort, I think, in there. You'll remember from both the syllabus video and from the discussions video that I talked about how the initial discussion needed to be 175, 200 words, something like that, I think it is. And most of you are doing real well with that. But also mentioned that the follow-up posts, the supplementary posts on other people's posts needed to be 80 to 100. And I'm finding an awful lot where you're kind of agreeing with what somebody said and maybe adding a little to it, but you're doing it in 45 words or 61 words. And the first couple of weeks of the semester, I kind of let that ride because the point then was to get into the habit of posting. Now I need to start emphasizing what the standards are that we set out at the beginning of the semester. So I'm not planning this week going forward to count any posts that are under 80 words. So the challenge is on you, therefore. If you decide you want to post something, make sure that you got enough to say about it to where you can hit the 80 or higher word mark. I don't need you to go 200. 100 is probably pushing it a little bit. I try when I post on folks to get at least 80 words to set the right example for you. So where you start to make a post on somebody or reply to somebody or to add to somebody, hold off on making the post at all if you don't have a lot to say. If you just got one short little idea, maybe save one of your follow-up posts for somebody else. But if you make a commitment to post on somebody, build out the thought significantly. Let's try to avoid the "Hey Janie" to start the thing off and the "Hey, loved your post," because that doesn't add any value to the overall conversation. Also, if Janie has said in her post that it's important that we recognize that different age people think differently, I don't want you coming into your post saying, "I agree completely that different age people think differently," because you've not added anything to the post. Try to come up with a unique idea and build it out. Tell a story, give an example, explain why, tell why you disagree, but push the conversation a little bit further. I ideally would have posted this video on Tuesday, maybe Wednesday, to give you some time. But even having it posted on Thursday morning, you've got Thursday and Friday and Saturday, and you got plenty of time left to make a post a day that meet the 80-word minimum and get full credit for the week. And then going forward, all of your posts, I'm gonna challenge you, need to be 80 or greater. One last thing I wanted to address in this post is that I've seen on occasion where some of our folks think perhaps to be polite or whatever it is, if I've made a post and you've responded to it, there's nothing that says that I have to put a reply to your reply, especially if it's just, "Hey, thanks for taking the time to reply." We wouldn't necessarily do that in a face-to-face conversation. We wouldn't. If I were talking to you and said, "Hey, how was your day today?" and you said it was great, it wouldn't be necessary for me to say, "Well, I'm glad it was great." We would go on with a conversation with a new idea. So, summary of this video here, make sure that your initial posts are meeting the minimum. And I forget from the syllabus whether it was 150 or 175, but in the 175 to 200 range. Make sure that all of your follow-up posts are stock full of good ideas and not any kind of a repeat or any kind of a platitude or a, "Hey, that's great, I enjoyed your post, great post," stuff like that doesn't add much. And make sure they're 80 or more words. And then remember, based on our syllabus, what the minimum is, it's several different days of posting, 3 different days of posting on unique individuals throughout the week. Okay? If you have questions, give me a holler, but hopefully that'll get us all on the same page. I think there may still be 1 or 2 in the class also that need to go into the settings and check or uncheck that, include original reply and post, and to check that box about counting it as read. because some of you didn't do quite as well on the reading part last week, and there's still occasionally somebody that includes the original post in the reply. Make sure you've got those done. Other than that, I think we're making great progress, and we're having some really, really interesting discussions, and I appreciate the effort that you're putting into that. That's it for now in this video. Talk to you again soon.